Champion of the sun. It's the wee pause that fucking kills me every time. Oh.
Have you pressed the button?
Yeah,
for fuck's sake, that was even you knew that time.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, I kind of saw the face. I was like, you pressed the button.
Set up from a mile away, set up
that.
from downtown, sniped from all over. Ladies, gents, germs, and all those fit in between. Welcome to episode 18 of the Roll
Is
With
it?
It podcast. It is
Oh no,
indeed.
it super is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Hi guys, how's it going?
Dang.
Welcome, one and all.
We've been off for a couple of weeks.
We had a couple of weeks off. We had some things happening between the forever DMs.
Yeah, we've
Folk
got-
were here over.
We've got lives too. All right?
Yeah.
We fucking.
No, we don't. We live in this. We live in this.
The little booth in the corner. You obviously have no idea of concept because we haven't done a full video of the
We
studio.
just live
But
in a wee rapid response hutch.
yeah, exactly.
When it's time to film and everyone comes screaming out. Yeah.
Yeah,
There we go.
yeah. Camille is is like a registered ambulance.
That's right, yeah. she's the 9th emergency service. There we go.
What are the first 8?
I'm legally not allowed to talk
Yeah,
about
yeah. So after the
Okay.
first 5, it's like it's MI6
Wait,
stuff.
what are the first 5?
that.
Yeah.
None.
Ambulance,
Uh-huh.
fire,
Uh-huh.
police,
Uh-huh.
Coast Guard,
Oh, yeah, okay.
Mhm.
And then what's the 5th one?
RNLI, obviously.
Is that not Coast Guard?
No.
Oh, okay then.
And you're not. Laurie, you need to stop asking about
Okay,
the other
I'm
emergency
sorry.
services right now. Okay?
Yeah, because
gonna
the
get in
FBI mans that are listening to this will come for you.
It's the
But speaking of
emergency
it,
little-
speaking of mans and peoples,
Mm.
to whom are we listening to? I will not start at this time because we are really getting off the rails today.
I am a head chairman of the Socialist Workers' Party. No, that's the Nazi one.
Oh,
no.
we almost got him! We almost got him!
Wow.
Oh, you bastard.
no. Socialist Workers' Party is fine. It's the National Socialist Workers' Party. That was the Nazi one.
Yeah.
Okay, obviously, any
We
been in the
almost
fucking
got
room
him.
with me for 2 seconds as I'm not a Nazi. But yes, I am hero of the Soviet Union,
Wow.
head of the Socialist Workers' Party. I am Connor Fallon. I am one of the co-owners of Roll With It.
Yeah.
And sitting immediately to my right,
I am serial cat annoyer Laura.
is fucking
Saint
are.
of Roll With It.
Domine Patri.
Normally, we would have someone else,
Mm-hmm.
but my cohort in crime, my mother Greg, is not here. He has been stolen by the capitalist magnates
Indeed.
and shuffled away further southwest of Scotland.
Get more super sexy stuff that we actually can't talk about. Really, really high
Oh
classified.
yeah, like yeah.
I
Like
think
if you think
he's getting drunk.
Justin Timberlake's bringing sexy back, wait until Greg Watt's back.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
And then there's myself. I am Greg C,
Woo,
the East Coast
yay.
variant of the Greg Squared unit, which is currently just me today.
Mm.
I am the executive assistant to the executive producer of the podcast, general shout out, editor of Roll With It podcast, and you're and I favourite East Coaster.
Mhm.
Yay.
And we're all back.
We're back in.
Mhm.
Well, we're not all back.
No,
Three of us
no,
are back.
No.
Yeah.
But there is somebody joining us this evening.
Yeah.
We've got someone phoning in, and I think a good chunk of the listeners have definitely met him
Absolutely.
because we've been in the shop a bunch. We like
Yeah.
to go on our big sojourn through Edinburgh.
Yeah.
16 years deep, and
Yeah.
we're like, right.
Yeah.
Take all our money,
Just
quick.
we should honestly just say to him, like, listen, we're coming.
Mhm.
Gonna just like bar everyone for the
Uh-huh.
show.
Just give us a couple of hours.
Aye.
You know,
Yeah.
Because
It's
we're
like-
about to fill this place. Like all your tables, every inch of space you can think of, we're about to fill it.
but we do
And then
have
when we
the-
leave, the only thing like left over is like a couple of loose magic cards,
just spinning,
Yeah.
spinning in the
some
dust.
minis, and like
Yeah.
a handful of dice.
Yeah.
No, of course we are
Shelves
talking about,
empty.
we're talking about the one and only Diggle Friel, who's the fucking honcho behind Ancient Robot
Indeed.
Games, Leith Walk. I
Yeah.
know you've heard this rhyme off of it before.
Absolutely.
And we're absolutely choking to just pick his brains and hear all about it.
Definitely.
Like we're gonna go off on some TTRPG chat. We're gonna be talking about board games and all lovely things sort of tabletop. And I
Yep.
cannot wait. That's gonna be good. We're gonna
It's
start
gonna be good.
rambling.
Can't wait.
Mhm.
Speaking of ramblings, though, as we always start our podcast,
Oh yes.
shall we get into some natural fails and successes
I was-
of the week?
So I was trying to tell
Or,
Laura.
I suppose, 3 weeks, because it's
Oh,
this
for
week,
3 weeks,
and then
that
the
is
2 weeks
true.
we missed.
Oh God,
So
I
I
need to scroll
try
back.
to tell Laura
like,
that she gets
3 or 4
when
weeks.
she's watching stuff.
Yeah.
She gets quite ignory. You see my hand?
Oh,
Yeah. Do you want to know what I did yesterday? This is
did
my
you
nat one.
staple your hand?
Didn't staple my hand. No. So as I was,
Looks like staple.
Now,
It looks
if
like
it-
the
anybody-
gap between a staple.
it's really. You need thicker specs. Anyhow,
Give me a hand. Give me a hand.
doesn't matter because what I was going to say is if anybody who's been even the hospitality adjacent or like literally just drying a wine glass in your house.
Oh no.
Yeah. So
It's
I was
not
like,
good.
thumb and finger. napkin between it.
Yeah.
You rotate the glass, and just for whatever reason, and I was having a really good day yesterday. It was pretty chill in the work.
Yeah.
It just exploded as I was turning it, and I just dug a whole bit of glass like up my finger and into my thumb. It's all right now. It was bleeding quite a lot.
Yeah,
and
it would do. There are arterial veins
Laura's
in that.
Laura's now, now it's not a staple, is it?
It does. No, it's probably not. But it
don't push it. Fuck.
But it is that. It is the.
Fuck's sake.
It is,
Laura's found her new hobby.
I just fucking said what I'd done, and you're like, oh, it's not that bad. Just fucking prodding it.
Stabbing wounds.
So that was me. I was having a pretty nice chill day, despite the cataclysmic staff shortages in the fall.
Yeah.
It was a pretty solid kind of shift. Right up into the end of the night, doing a little bit of tidying up, and then smash.
Boom.
Nearly fucking cut my finger off.
I suppose it was good that it was the end of the shift, because there's nothing worse like when you've got to put your hands in like hot and soapy, or
Fair.
like handling like dirty plates. I've got vinegar all over
Or
them.
somebody asks for a Corona, and then you get the lime juice in it.
Oh,
dear.
yeah.
So that's good. My hand's quite stiff today, but so apart from that, I'm good.
Listen,
Well,
whatever you do
that's
with your free time is yours. It's like
Badum-tish.
anyway.
Yeah, he plays a lot of drums. It's going to be an issue.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Laura, have you got anything from the last period of time to which we last recorded? Well, I suppose
I think.
I mean, I don't want to bring up the sad news, but we left off the last podcast with your
With
with
we
your
put in
with
an
the
offer
saga
on a flat, and it was
Yeah.
beautiful. We didn't get it.
Didn't get it.
We were 3rd of 6, which is still
That's
probably
cool.
quite a respectable
Bronze.
position.
Yeah,
No,
on the
it's
podium.
wank. It's absolute pish.
Well,
I
yeah.
hate the whole fucking system is ridiculous.
It really is.
If
it
anybody wants to sell us a really nice little house, 2
Or
bedrooms
flat or
minimum,
something,
or
yeah.
flat,
Mhm.
but it can't be a tenement flat because
Yeah.
Connor's got
I don't want to close.
requirements.
I don't want to fucking.
yeah, if anybody
Yeah.
wants to sell us a house or a flat, minimum 2 bedrooms
Yeah.
for like not a crazy amount of money, that would be really nice. Get in contact at
Any estate
Rollway
agents? Yeah.
Rollwaitgames@gmail.co.uk, please.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
and the
hilarious.
title "House for Sale."
Here's a gaff, question
Here's
mark.
like
But no, I was sort of,
yeah, it was quite sad.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought I was being quite Billy Big Balls about it, so it was like valued at 110, home report for 120. So I was like,
No,
yes,
was it?
yes.
Wow. Okay.
Why do you right? Laura didn't actually physically go to this
Nah.
place. I was sort of like kind of all over it. Anyway, so it was so valued at 110, home report 120. So I was like, fuck it, 45. We'll go 145, so 25 over the asking. Even our estate agent was like, I'd only do like 135. I was like, nope, you told me yourself you can't adjust your offer when you put it in.
Yeah.
I think 25 over the asking price is fucking minted, and we still get outbid.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
It's,
ridiculous.
it's fucking impale all
these
landlords.
nepo babies.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Well.
Yeah.
Quite sad, but
So
Yeah.
other than that, I suppose that's a shared
that was
one.
a shared.
Yeah.
That one.
Do you have
Here-
anything else?
Well, we'll keep looking.
You will.
Well,
Success. The horrors persist, but you shall. So
Um,
also
Indeed.
I had any nat 20s.
big success. Great
Can't think of
success.
any.
I like.
Ooh, Connor wants to play Magic.
That's
pretty
a big
good.
success.
Yeah.
We've got him.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
also, I don't
we
think we
got
talked
him.
about this. We play Magic now. Wait. We
Wait.
don't play Magic in any
No.
serious capacity. If
There
no
are-
tournaments.
no
No.
tournaments.
No
We're
organised
just
play.
chilled. We don't
Yeah.
actually know how to play. We just
Yeah.
like looking at the pretty pictures.
It was quite funny. Somebody I want to say, I think it was a mix of like Alyssa, Benny, and Matty
Possibly, yeah.
started talking about it in the Discord.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
somebody else was like, oh, I have Magic decks. And then it was just a fucking cascade. And then there's like
Yeah.
30 of us that all apparently just
Yeah.
were sleeper in Magic for the longest
Yeah.
time, yourself included.
I mean,
I
I've not
don't
been a
think-
sleeper.
Well,
Greg
fair.
wasn't a sleeper.
I
he
am
Greg's been
patient
very
zero.
much like
I'm more meant
Magic.
that
Yeah.
nobody talked about it in the Discord. And now it's like, we've got
Yeah.
a channel now. It's just,
Yeah, I was like the secret. I'm like the MI7 of Magic in the Discord. I am patient zero of all of these cunts being in into the cardboard crack. So yeah,
but it's true. There's a lot of us. You've heard me going about it before. I've got my misgivings with Magic. My misgivings with Magic do come from personal interaction. I'm not just being a moany bitch.
Fair.
Being a money bitch.
Laura,
Wow.
Laura, you physically worked in the place we're not
I
going to name, so
know.
exactly.
Wow.
And that was my issue with it. Just like my interaction with the community before were never that cool. What we've got at Rollway, if you've not heard of it as before, is maybe the most nicest, inclusive, welcoming community that revolves around tabletop in Glasgow. I'll say it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Other communities are bearable, but ours is the fucking best.
Yep.
So you're never going to have people.
Ours is the best because you're in it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You're never going to have people sitting down at a magic table whose sole goal is to just destroy you. Because that to quote the words of Benny, if you're sitting down with someone and their whole desk looks like it's just to make you miserable, then nobody's going to want to play with you.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's just it. So that's why we're not going to be. It's very casual.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's never going to be any tournaments or anything league or anything like that. But
it's
I am looking
pals.
forward to playing it.
Yeah, just pals.
And also to shout out the man with Legends as well. Benny bought me a deck.
He did.
Which
That
is
was the hook.
I know you listen to these,
Very
Benny.
sweet
I
of
love
him.
you so much. That's absolutely fucking so amazing of you. You absolute champion of human being. He's got me a black-blue deck
Yeah.
called Grave Danger.
Yes, Geralt and Geese and Geralt. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Exciting.
So yes, now we play and you're taking that you're counting that as your 20.
Well, I'm counting the you wanting to play it as
Yeah.
the 20.
I am really
I've probably got
influential and
actual
handsome.
20s,
So it's,
but I can't think of any.
Laura can't remember
Yeah.
anything past yesterday.
Pretty much.
There we go.
Pretty much.
No boy.
But yeah, that's another string to our bow. I
Yeah, I'm
guess.
sure.
You won't probably see it at the tabletop takeovers and stuff.
Yeah, the big ones.
And we
Yeah.
have a lot of casual meetups and that. Maybe not so much the game nights.
No.
Keeping them
Yeah.
exclusively for the TTRPGs
Yeah.
and maybe the board games and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, it's another bunch of stuff that Rollweight's doing. Another angle of
Yeah.
tabletop.
Yeah.
It's all thanks to you fuckers. I'm just getting dragged along with the ride.
I mean, yeah. That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
So yeah, I suppose for me, I mean, there's been quite a few things happened.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie. It's been quite a busy and interesting couple of weeks for me. But let's keep it positive. It's kind of a pain in the arse, but it's also positive. So I got inspired. I can't remember who I was talking to, but somebody had mentioned that they were like going through like getting some new clothes or going through like they were organizing something, and I was like, oh, I should really go through my wardrobe and like all my clays and stuff to see what fits, what doesn't fit anymore. Because it's to be fair, the last time I bought myself any sort of en masse clothing in like my wardrobe or anything like that has been a while. And for anyone that doesn't know, I have lost a rake of weight.
Woo.
So I've been in the gym for a year and I'm down like 42 kilos, which
Absolute
is about 7 stone or
fucking
something
champion.
like that.
Solid.
So yeah, I had to go through my entire wardrobe, all my clays, and I basically have no clays now.
So Laura will tell you.
I've got like 6 full bin bags of clays.
So a month ago,
Yeah.
I emptied my cupboard because
Yeah.
there was stuff I was hanging on to because like, oh man, that was like the second gig I ever went to. And I'm like, you're lucky if I get my arm doing some of these things. So I binned like 4.5 bin
you've got the
bags
opposite
Yeah.
problem.
of jeans and t-shirts and shit. But I did like,
Yeah.
so like I would recommend. So I think I started, but Laura gets me a lot of stuff off of a website called CAF.
You mentioned that in the car, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
dude.
They got this
Yeah.
really cool designer kind of
Really
shit.
soft t-shirt.
Long t-shirts as well. Love a long tee.
But yeah, awesome.
Pain in the arse, but cool. I like.
Yeah.
There's a.
That's the thing it's a pain in the arse that I've now got to go
yeah,
and I've got
it's a
clays
nightmare.
currently and
you
I
have
have
to
to
now go out and buy.
yeah.
That's
But that's
one
the
of-
exciting thing as well. is
Yeah.
that
It's one of
new
my
wardrobe.
favourite, like, kind of sub flavors of dopamines when you're buying
Yeah.
yourself clothes. You're like,
Oh,
fuck yeah.
Absolutely.
That's just a
Yeah.
the mental
Yeah.
nourishment there. Like,
I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, the big rush that I got is the fact that like where I was buying 2X, 3XLs and stuff, I'm now buying mediums and larges. So that's kind of
fucking brilliant.
it's like it's
Yeah.
some buzz. So
Best ever.
yeah, but
Proud of you. You've been crushing it at the gym.
yeah, I mean that's that's
Awesome.
personal success for me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Amazing.
So speaking of successes, I suppose we should roll straight into get it. Roll.
yeah.
Oh, like the name of our thing.
What?
Like us.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Dang.
The autism just
Ah.
I can name her right.
Yes, indeed. Fucking buckle up and prepare to hear us talk absolute shite with the fantastic
Yeah.
Google Frio from Ancient
Indeed.
Robot Games.
Yeah.
Ding.
There we go.
Yeah.
Best ever.
We are welcomed, as we have previously advertised,
Yes.
by the legend himself, the proprietor, the main man, the hero of us all,
Driving force.
the driving force, as Connor described it. We are here with Dougal from Ancient Robot.
Yay!
Yay! Welcome on
yeah,
in, Dougal.
I'm just some guy. Wonderful to say. Just some guy.
Definitely
Thank you very
not.
much for having me.
It's the pleasure's entirely ours.
Very happy to have you on.
We always like to start to go with anyone who obviously we get on that has their own business or anything like that. Give us the elevator pitch for what Ancient Robot is and what makes it unique as well, because we've been many times, so we know. But for those that are listening who maybe haven't and should probably visit very, very soon, what is Ancient Robot and what are you all about?
So Ancient Robot Games is a board game and tabletop RPG shop with miniatures and dice and all the other stuff too. But most importantly, with a play space for people to come and play games. We have events most nights of the week, which goes from everything from board games through RPGs to miniature painting nights, as well as doing other bigger events, Blood on the Clock Tower, things like that every week. The thing that we have that other people don't is probably quite a highly curated selection of stuff.
I'd say so.
Definitely.
I really like the one joy of owning a place like that is to not have to get in 40 different types of Monopoly, but only get in stuff I think is actually good and possibly doesn't have the visuals on it that maybe it should. So I'm constantly searching for good things that maybe other people don't know about.
Yeah.
And we've got big windows, and I think that does make a difference in a board game shop.
That's great.
It's slightly rarer to have all the natural light in, so we're kind of focused on being really accessible because all the hobbies are very accessible hobbies nowadays. Less of the gatekeeping side of stuff, definitely. So that's kind of what the shop does. And then there's the workshop as well, which I opened up a co-working space for board game designers and tabletop RPG designers to work together and have a space to do stuff where we have mega games and playtests every week and things like that too. So that's the brief elevator pitch.
That's just I mean, if you aren't already infatuated with Ancient Robot Games, then you 100% are now, because I'm resold. It's rare to be able to be sold on a business, and then you hear the elevator pitch go, I'm fully back in. I wasn't even out to begin with, but I'm back. That's so good.
I know a good number of our players and a lot of the community, we've been on, I think it's 2 pilgrimages through.
Yes. Oh, we're going. A handful of us are coming through on Saturday.
Yep.
So,
this Saturday coming.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We can take the trip through a lot, because I believe I think it was we were talking to Billy and stuff, because we've got a few places over here and they're great.
Yeah.
But it was more because a lot of the guys are also trying to get into more different TTRPGs, which maybe might be no in small part thanks to more fine selves. But Billy was
specifically you. Let's be honest, you kickstarted that whole trend because you're like, fuck D&D.
It's there a spite.
Yeah.
We were gonna get new RPGs. I was like, oh, I got an idea.
Yeah.
We should all go through to Ancient Robot and Edinburgh and go there. And that's how the first one started.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be 5 of us and 18 of us showed up.
Absolutely.
That's fine.
Yeah. And then Sean spot a small fortune of dice,
the massive
things.
D20. It's the size of a football.
Yeah.
Huge.
Dougal, I didn't even mention this previously. I actually am good friends with Cap, who owns Tabletop Dominion, and I messaged him immediately once I was in. I was like, that's their dice! And I sent him a photo saying that Sean had brought the big gargantuan 120mm dice, and he was like, yeah.
Was that the one with the eyeballs?
Yeah.
Yes.
You could put windows in with that thing. It's deadly.
Oh yeah.
So he was buzzing. So he was like, yeah.
Oh, they're such lovely people. It's really good to be.
Cap's the best.
I mean, there's very few people in the industry who aren't just absolutely delightful, and everyone's just trying to help everyone else. But Tabletop Dominion have been amazing and really, really nice to work with, and it's just cool to be able to know that every week there's some other cool stuff in there that that we can just order immediately and then arrive. So it's great to hear that other people know about it. That's
definitely,
awesome.
yeah, absolutely. And it's, as you say, it kind of works in that curation. Is not only are you creating the products that you sell specifically from the manufacturers or publishers or anything like that, you are curating the additional things that you would sell along the side with as well, purely because
it's mainly I have a personal problem with buying too many things. So, yeah,
So you bought a
Same.
shop to
Everyone looked
started
at
a shop
Fallon
to, like,
right away.
facilitate.
I share that problem with other people.
Yeah.
And
Great.
as much as anything, I think it's like maybe Dice Goblins Anonymous might be what we call the shop instead.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
fair.
a good
Let us have
name.
that same problem.
Yeah.
We all come in to buy too much stuff.
I suppose that's an interesting question. Where did the name Ancient Robot come from?
Yes.
So it's obviously there's no like immediate link to board games or any other sort of tabletop game.
Mhm.
So where did the idea for it spawn?
It's a weird one for the name because it's really hard to come up with a name for anything.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And
especially
then
one that
I
hasn't
was-
been used before.
Right, I was doing it and I was thinking about like older games and things like that. So originally it was going to be called Knucklebone Games
Okay.
Ooh.
because of the old like original Knucklebone Games thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It didn't it didn't quite fit in my head, and I was thinking of all the things that it could be, and then I went. So it was Knucklebone Games to be accessible, so that people didn't feel put off. It wasn't a giant skull and skeleton on the
Sure.
front or anything else
Yeah.
like that. And then I talked with a few people, and I had a night where I went, "I'm a big nerd. Why am I hiding that?" And
Yeah.
I thought about the Iron Giant and Laputa Castle in the Sky and Shadow of the Colossus and all the things I love. And as soon as I came up with that, I thought, well, Ancient Robot Games works really well
Yeah.
because it
Mhm.
has that like old becoming new, which I feel like the board game hobby has done, and
Oh,
the
yeah.
RPG hobby, like it was very much this thing that you had to be over 40 and have a beard a certain length and smell a certain way. And now it's not. It's
Yeah.
much more accessible. So it's kind of that like bringing stuff. And I knew then I could have plants in the shop. It just kind of fit in the theme,
Absolutely.
and it fit. And there's also a small little thing that came from it. I owe a huge amount to Argonaut Books that is only a couple of doors down
That's
from there.
right, yeah.
We love Argonaut books as well.
Great bookshop.
Really cool.
I kind of was there when that was all beginning.
Mhm.
Learned so much off the guy who runs it, Adam, who's an amazing guy. He told me one valuable piece of information, which is it doesn't matter what you name anything. People very quickly go associate, oh, that thing is the game shop or the bookshop. Like the name isn't actually as important as you think. You very quickly get attached to it in your brain with something else.
Yeah.
So he gave me that advice. It was great advice. And then I remembered, because it's called Argonaut Books, that one of the first ancient robots is Talos, which is the robot that protects Argo. And I went, oh, this is kind of great.
Oh my god, it's isn't it? That's
That's
beautiful.
tied together brilliantly.
That it just like is an absolute
That's-
brain surge. That just made everything make more like it makes all
Yeah,
perfect
it kind
sense.
of worked. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's great. Okay, we're going with that. And
That's
yeah, it just
phenomenal.
built from that. And now people know
Yeah.
what Ancient Robot Games is. It's a game shop. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, because
Awesome.
it's true. Like, is like America are like terrible for it because like they synonymize an item with the brand that is kind of like the bigger one. So like Kool-Aid is what we would call diluting juice, but that's just a specific brand of diluting juice.
Yep.
Band-Aid is a plaster, but that's just the biggest brand of plaster. So yeah,
Kleenex.
Kleenex as well.
There you go,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Everyone,
Mhm.
just grab a Kleenex. And it's like, no, it's a tissue, mate.
Or Velcro,
Velcro,
which
yeah.
technically is called hoop and loop fastener.
Ooh.
But it doesn't roll off the tongue as well, does it?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Hoop and
Actually, I
loop
was
fastener.
about to call the shop Hoop and Loop Fast. Would have been the worst title.
Oh, we should message the Weave It guys. They should change their name
Weave
to
it
that.
out to hoop and
Yeah,
loop
Weave It
fastener.
Out, yeah, to hoopandfastener.com or something. I don't
Oh
know.
my goodness.
Yes.
Oh, crikey.
Oh my god, I can't. Oh, that's too
I know
funny.
that was good.
Oh. Hoop and Loop Fastener, come for your board games. Oh
Just
man,
a bunch of confused grannies thinking it's a haberdashery. Like,
Yeah.
oh.
I've just got doing. I need a wee zip for my J-skip. My word. So obviously, you guys are based down in Leith, which, as you mentioned kind of briefly there, that Leith had this kind of big change in its entire scenery. It's long past the days of train spotting and everything, and being a drugs capital or anything like that. I mean, obviously, crime's still a crime. It still happens everywhere. But was there any? Did you ever think about any other locations in Edinburgh or even in the West Coast potentially for the shop?
No. It's one, I live quite close.
Mhm.
Fair.
So it was a thing of like, I don't want to walk far to work more than anything else. I'm very lazy. But the other thing is, Leith is very much up and coming. It has the highest population density per square mile in Scotland.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Just in Leith. So there it is
Interesting.
filled with young professionals.
Mhm.
It's filled with kind of people with younger families as well. It is a really nice place to be, and because it is, as you say, it is no longer the train spotting place of the thing.
Yeah.
It's a great place. To be honest, what sold more than anything else was not. I've never. It sounds weird. I've never wanted to run a game shop. It
Oh,
was never
okay.
on my plan. I was never desired to do it. It was more that I'd been in the games industry for a long time,
Mhm.
editing and rule books and like all that side of stuff. Something I know, something I love. And I was running the board game nights at Argonaut Books, which was incredibly popular, and RPG nights that we did there as well. So it was the 3 doors down from there, there was an empty unit with the big windows. And it came to a thing of looking at it and going, wouldn't that be great? You know,
Yeah.
so it was more having the place there sold me on the idea rather than having the idea and then looking for a place for it. So no, I think it would be a real struggle doing something in a rural area with a game shop and
Yeah.
doing
That's
it
a
the
really
same
fair
way
point.
we did.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely, because you see it all the time in like the news and things, like businesses close in because they're just too remote, and the village or the population nearby just are no longer there to support the business.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been a number, even in Edinburgh itself. Like goodness, like as you said, Dougal, like Edinburgh is one of the most condensed places in the country, and Leith especially is even more so. But even they're losing businesses left, right, and centre. So yeah, I suppose we can rattle into some questions, Dougal. We got some
Yeah.
questions from our wonderful community.
Some we've got bloody loads.
Oh, and some of them are absolute thinkers. I'll start with the easy ones. I did just some guy that we picked up a couple of episodes ago, Paul Scott Canavan, says just the way he wants to think you're really great.
Yay.
Paul's a legend.
We love
Pale
Paul.
Tides is looking fantastic.
It really
We are
is.
so excited.
excited.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Very, very
goodness,
excited.
I can't wait.
And for those that are listening who haven't listened to that podcast, go and
Go
do so
listen
once
to
you're
it.
free here.
It's brilliant.
Yeah. So, is there any other quick ones? I think that's it.
Our mate Billy really, 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 really wants to know if he can have the Eat the Right poster in the
Yeah.
shop. I think he's only half kidding.
If he can swap me with a poster of also a really cool RPG that's also awesome, possibly even made by Grant Howitt.
There you
that would
go.
be-
Yeah.
There you go, Billy. There's
a
the challenge
small
put forward.
chance.
What if we print off like an A1 size sheet of the new Airbud TTRPG that Grant Howitt's made?
What?
Have you seen this?
Have you seen this,
No.
Dougal? It's on his Blue Sky.
Yeah.
So look, you can go into his Blue Sky. He has
It's
made a
ridiculous.
one-sheet page RPG about Airbud, about being a child on the basketball team that is now being beaten by Airbud. Or it's either that you're on the opposite team or you're on the same team as Airbud, and he's now better than you.
I love
yeah.
all of his one-page RPGs.
They're phenomenal.
They're fantastic. They really
yeah.
are.
That actually makes me very tempted to, maybe do a big giant printing of like Honey Heist or Witch's Dead.
Yeah,
That would
that would be
be
incredible.
amazing.
The only other quick one that's there is from our mate Jules, which is Agent Robots Glasgow. When?
Oh.
If a space ever opens up, and if I ever get, I think it's like having a kid. There's that trauma response where you forget the difficulty of
Yeah.
starting it, and you go, "Oh, let's have another one."
Yeah.
So I think maybe
Oh,
like
yeah.
a couple of years time, I'll have
Fair.
that like, "Oh, my memories have gone from the
Yeah.
The initial trauma.
Go, yeah, let's have another
Ancient
one.
robot
Let's do it
Rutherglen.
again.
Fantastic.
There's
dear me.
pretty much a pre-made community for it here anyway.
I
so,
mean,
Oh,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
absolutely.
We would be living in the corner.
Mhm.
Another good friend of ours, Renegade Rich. How have you managed to create that back corner of the room to be so tailor-made to funneling money from his bank account to yours? There are so many cool TTRPGs in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just me. It's about half of the rest of the staff
Mhm.
are crazy into let's find the weird stuff.
Yeah.
And the
Mhm.
stuff that we really, really like. So we started, obviously, as you do with any TTRPG stuff, with a bunch of D&D things. It's good. I mean, D&D still gets everyone into it. It's still a joy to have some of the stuff in the shop. But the more we looked into it and the more people we met and the independent creators and distributors, we realized that this is a corner of the market that's not really being used by anyone else. And it's frustrating because there's
100%.
so many great ideas that come out.
Yeah.
So we kind of went, well, let's see what we can do about that. And we went to the States. Well, we didn't physically go there, but we kind of did a whole bunch of shipments from the States, where customs was really expensive and things, but it was so worth it to get those unique things. And then we have some absolutely amazing contacts within the UK industry as well, with Peregrine Coast Press and Soul Muppet and
Soul Muppet.
Independent people like Anna Blackwell and Letty Wilson, like just so many people who've just come out of the woodwork once they realize, oh wait, I can get zines in a shop. I can actually get them on the shelf and people will buy them and it not be like hidden in the back of some big thing that people have to fiddle through to actually have a look at it. So it just grew slowly, and then it's grown really quickly because I realized I could get the weird stuff and it would sell.
Totally.
Yeah.
So it's why I love going through this. Why? Because obviously we've got quite a small cadre of people who, I mean, I think we can take a little bit of responsibility. There's a lot of people that want to get into DMing now after coming along to like what we do, a lot of kind of one shot nights and stuff. Yeah, which is great, but they are like almost entirely interested. Like the kind of the main sort of sentiment now is like D&D is fine.
Yeah,
let's go see all the kind of weird shit, because it was when I remember specifically when Laura unleashed Scurry on a few folk, that got a lot of people kind of interested.
I bought that because of you. We were in
you specifically, Dougal.
You specifically, because I think I was looking at like the root books and I was like, oh, I've got all of these, so I'm not going to buy them. And then you clocked me looking at them and you were like, well, here's this. Like, cool, it's amazing, I love it so much. And then I got this third edition recently. So obviously, but like, it's a great wee.
I was like telling these people first, we got for Ancient Robot, and we got to look at the zines in particular, because Mothership's a really popular game with our tables and our groups. The Borgs and stuff as well, like stuff like that. And then like you know, there's the kind of other stuff like kind of Lancer that we're going to be experimenting with soon. And like I love just being able to pick up like even like the little trifold takeaway ones. I mean, there was one to go, I think I've got again because of you, that was the evil demonic coffee machine that appears on your ship, and it's like a one shot, but you can also use it between longer games. Just like you've got this evil Starbucks machine on your ship that's going to start trying to kill you. It's amazing, like all the creativity's in there, all these little weird zines, all the creators. I love it.
It's because they spend, you know, you'll spend a year and a half, 2 years making a big book of something, and then you're like, well, I've got all these ideas that don't fit in there, they're too small for that, I'll do a little zine for it. And then to not have the market for that is infuriating, because that's where some of the really, really cool things are. I do want to warn you, if you're coming through this week, we just had Tabletop Scotland. And, with the problem of buying stuff, I have picked up a lot of cool new things.
There were so many good things there.
I can't wait for any house buying plans to just fall through, because I spend all my money in your shop.
I can also tell you right now, Dougal, the day after we spoke to you the last time, I've went and inquired about getting myself a copy of Skin City, because that just sounds hysterical.
Really? That was one of my new finds that came out of absolutely nowhere. They didn't contact me. I was just weirdly hunting. And then it's so funny, so exciting. I hopefully am going to be running it for our Halloween event night that we're doing. 6 different horror RPGs. Which really looking forward to that, because there's so many like real horror ones, which I think are great. The way my brain works, I go more into a comedy anyway, and the idea that you are animated skeletons wearing meat suits trying to sneak into the last human city on Earth is the most delightful idea in my mind, to add some comedy into that.
So
I can fully see why that's a game.
It's amazing.
It's like,
but Connor would play it super dark.
No,
you would probably play it. He would play it
dark. He would play it that you are the skin suits are provided by a corporate organization, and you are the skeletons trying to rise up and make them free and available for the communist agenda.
Okay then.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not far.
Tell me I'm wrong. Thank you. Moving on. Questions in the Discord.
Question. Right. A serious question from Billy.
Okay.
How do you find the right balance of board games and TTRPGs in your shop? So obviously you've got all the popular board games, and then really niche board games as well, but then really niche TTRPGs, and how do you find the balance?
That's a tricky one. So I think one is space.
Yeah.
We have a certain amount of space, but also we fill it as much as we can. But board games are a more accessible hobby. Straight up. It is easy for someone to come on off the street and go, I used to play Monopoly, I played Scrabble, I played those things. Oh, I wonder what's new, and they can sit down. There is no necessary preamble for picking up a game, reading a rule book, and knowing how it plays. True. When it comes to RPGs, that is, I think, a harder accessible place. It is become more and more accessible with, even things like Stranger Things and stuff like that, promoting this as an idea of a good way to have fun. But even so, it's a bit harder. So it's why we have lots more space for the board games than we do for RPGs. There is also something to be said of the amount that are coming out and the regularity of things. There are straight up more board games coming out all the time than there are tabletop RPGs. People also get a tabletop RPG, and some people are like you and me, and they will buy every new one that comes under the sun. And some people go the other way around, and they go, well, this is my RPG. Obviously, I'm going to be playing with the same group for the next 2 years. I don't need another book, So they will do that, which is kind of what is great about RPGs as well, is you don't need much to really get it going. So we force as much into as small a space as physically possible. If I was just doing a TTRPG shop and that was it, I think it would be much harder to keep going.
Sure.
It would be great because I don't ever have to pay VAT because there's no VAT on books.
True.
But it would be a real struggle just to get new people into the hobby and off the street. But what I've found is because we do the board games, because we have the space for people to play, they'll walk around, they'll see the board games, they'll maybe buy a board game, but they'll also be able to see the RPGs in the shop. And often they'll come to our event nights and go, I had a really great time in the board game night. What's this other thing you do? Oh, you've got an RPG night. Oh, I've heard about that. Never tried it before. They'll try RPGs, and then they'll suddenly realize that the hobby is bigger than just cardboard pieces and dice. And it is also bits of paper and dice and storytelling and all the other creativity that goes with that. And having an open community is kind of what drives that into more and more people trying more and more things. And it's what has grown the tabletop RPG community within Ancient Robot, and hopefully throughout Edinburgh and a few other places as well. Just to have all of it. Just focusing down on one thing can be really good if you've got the market for it. Trading card game shops, particularly with that side of things. I found it's actually having bits of all the things has helped all of them grow into more and more stuff. And also let us be known for, you're not just the board game shop. You're a board game shop that also has all the indie RPGs that I never knew were in print. So it's a hard thing to sacrifice some space for some of the things I love for other things that I know will kind of move through a bit quicker. But it's kind of necessary to keep everything going. But we did just set up a new set of shelves in the last possible space I think we could do. So we could get some more TTRPG stuff.
I'm trying to imagine where that is. Is it a free wall?
Not in my mind.
The
bit behind the door that was always open for the bathroom.
Right. Okay. I know you are.
Okay,
The last conceivable free bit of space.
Absolutely. I suppose your kind of preamble there a little bit leads perfectly in a question from Karate Matty, who asked, what is, in your opinion, the best game to get someone into new board games or get them into TTRPGs?
Wow. That's a really big question.
It really is. And the more I was reading it, I was like, I have no idea where even I would start.
So it completely depends on the person and who you're trying to get into, right? Because people enjoy so many different things out of stuff, Even if someone's like, oh, I love Monopoly when I was a child, but I haven't played it since. It's kind of like, well, what part did you love? Was it the interaction with the people? Was it the kind of puzzle and trying to work out the probabilities of things? Was it the I love paper money and then paper money? Is it I got to take all the stations and no one else could? Is there the competitive nature in there? Or is it the sitting down and enjoying it with social stuff? So I think there's some games, board game wise, I think it's quite expensive to get a bigger game as your first one and then go, oh, that didn't work for me. So I would always say things like card games. Flip 7.
Flip 7's so good.
So there you go.
3 of us picked that up at Tabletop Scotland this weekend. Me, Peter, and Matty.
Absolutely blown up.
It's so good. It's such an easy game to play too.
It's great fun. Because at the last Tabletop Takeover day, it was like people were playing that for hours.
Yeah.
It's so accessible. That's the thing, and it's still enjoyable. Even people who play loads of games really love it. But I taught my 70-year-old mum it. She loved it, and she lost significantly as she does in every game. So I felt good, but it was,
I played it yesterday in arcade, and me, Adele, and Andrew won. Adele came in third with, I think Andrew was 207 points. Adele was 159.
Yeah.
And I scored a grand total of 0 points.
Laura.
You were
0 points.
0
points. I just kept drawing, and I just kept being like, no, I can't do this again.
Yeah.
I've only drawn 2 cards. I can't draw another 11. What?
Yeah.
And then
I mean, there's 11 11s. So
I know. I think I just forgot how the game worked.
It's wrong. But that, I think, is really good for that kind of competitive and easy and accessible stuff. There's a few others I would go to for sure, like cooperative games. The Mind, I think, is really, really good and easy to learn as well. You've got things like Code Names, if you're looking for that more of a party situation, or Herd Mentality, which really doesn't take a huge amount to get into either. And then there's a lot of great kind of like smaller 2-player games as well, which work really well, like Fox in the Forest and stuff. When it comes to tabletop RPGs, I'd always go to Grant Howitt's one-page RPGs. I think it's great for a new GM, particularly.
Oh, good shout, actually.
Runs you through what you need. Goblin Quest, also a great one of Grant's, which works out so well. But if you're looking to get into it from a position of, I really want some improvisation and I want to... I want as low a rules overhead as possible. You really can't go wrong with Into the Odds, Troika, Cairn, all of these things. If you are going for your kind of like classic fantasy, even something a little bit pushier like Dragonbane, I think would go really well. When it comes to sci-fi, I mean, Mothership is really hard to
Hell
beat
yes.
for that side of things. Mothership is just really
It's
good.
the best.
And Mortborg for the darker side of things too.
Yeah, I love Mortborg as well.
This guy.
Oh, yes, it's so good. Two of my favourites.
With all of these things, rules are a thing that always causes people difficulty, but with everything, theme will drag someone through rules. If they are interested in what it is, you take Scurry, for example, which is Stout Stoke Press, who are in Edinburgh. Brian is amazing. And that is something where there are still a few rules in it. But I love cute animals.
Yes.
I really like the idea of Frog Nights. That's cool. I will go through that game and immediately be able to teach that to anyone because I love that theme. You can get someone into something, even, people who love trains, get them into Ticket to Ride. Like, it's not a difficult game to learn, but if someone has never learned a game before, that's quite a big ask for someone. But if you love the theme, you will learn stuff much easier, in the same way as I'm sure you remember at school, the stuff you remember is anything you were interested in. Chemistry, I have no idea what any of these
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
I remember history and English, and that is it. Like, I don't know what else I was doing.
There you go. I know all the rules for all the games that we teach in the board games library, but I forgot maybe 6 months ago, I forgot whose toothbrush was whose in my house, and I had to throw them all out and buy new ones because
fantastic.
I couldn't remember them. But I know the rules.
Yeah.
What you love, you will be able to learn. So.
So we mentioned her earlier, Adele. She's notably comes in with heater questions. So I apologise in advance that this is going to be an absolute scorcher. Are there any up and coming games that you can't wait to get a hold of? But specifically, also, is there any games that you are particularly drawn to?
Ooh.
Wow, that's also a big question.
She's good for these questions. We love Adele.
Yeah.
Board games or tabletop RPGs?
TTRPGs.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Pale Tides, I'm crazy excited by.
Hell yes.
I think that's going to be really good. I'm really interested in Royal Blood as well, the tarot-based one. There was a smaller version of it that came out a few years ago, and now they're doing the big premium deluxe thing. This is Roundhook and Deckard again, so they did such a fantastic job with Heart and Eat the Reich when it came to printing more than anything. I love the systems, I love the stuff, but that's really cool.
Yeah.
Feyborg, really excited for Feyborg to come through, the fairy mythological Morkborg based thing.
What?
That might draw me into being able to play a board game and not want to tear my hair out.
That one.
Yeah.
Oh, Feyborg is really cool.
Get that in the notes.
Anything after reading Skin City, the next thing that Canon Otter Studio do, I am going to be diving straight on into, for sure. Johnson Squared, which is done by Peregrine Coast Press as well, which is a mothership module, where you're on a space station. Everyone is a clone of a guy called Johnson.
You mentioned this. Yeah, that sounds amazing.
One of them's been murdered, and you've got to figure out which Johnson did it.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing. Be
mutated by different mutation stuff that's happened. Super cool. Those are some things. Oh, Milk Bar as well, by the same people.
Milk Bar,
a Polish or a kind of, I guess, post-Soviet Poland, but also weird dystopia thing. You get feelings of like Clockwork Orange and stuff in there. Super interesting. That's gonna be good. Oh my goodness. Now my brain's racing. There's so many things. And it's really hard to stay on top of them in the industry. But
that's exciting.
Always seeing cool new stuff.
Okay, I think I'm.
That's like how do you manage to sort of separate like the wheat from the chaff? Because everything everything we've bought is great.
And we're not just saying that.
We've obviously not bought everything because that would be insane. But we've
it's not far off.
We're not far off.
We've flicked through everything in your TTRPG library and everything. Like, I don't like. There's nothing that at least one of us isn't like, oh, that sounds really interesting, or that sounds like.
Someone always seems to get snared no matter what.
We do always buy something. But how do you manage to separate the wheat from the chaff?
I think it's kind of all. A lot of it's by feel, but a lot of it is really looking into stuff, not just buying something because it's got a cool name. However much I love things with a cool name. Someone was telling me about a tabletop RPG that they were making, which is about being cannibals in the NHS.
Oh my god!
Called From Cradle to Gravy. It's one of the greatest names I've ever heard, but I'm not going to get that yet because I need to know it's really good.
Sounds wonderful.
Oh my god!
Sound kind of cool. I think it's
sorry.
You could be sold on a name. It's great.
I don't know what to think about that. That's like absolutely fried my brain.
I know a lot of nurses.
From Cradle to Gravy.
There's a few in the community and they probably love
really
that.
Is, yeah.
It's so there's so many cool names. I think it is actually doing some research, looking into systems, seeing if they work, checking out reviews and ignoring some reviews that you think are ridiculous. Really trying stuff yourself. And for me, it's always don't go for something that is the same as something else.
Sure.
I'm looking for why would someone, including myself, want this? What is it doing differently than anything else? And as long as there is a hook or something that I can see, oh, that's why you've done this, not I'm doing D&D again, but it's now got this theme instead. It's like, well, that exists and people can make those things. What doesn't exist? What do some people do? There's a wonderful new game that's just come out from Anna Blackwell, actually, who is in Glasgow, who has made a game called Conversations with Death, which is a 2-player tabletop RPG where you play a game of chess and one of you is death and one of you is the person who has died, playing for your soul and to kind of tell the story about the person's life. And you play a game of chess as you were playing the tabletop RPG.
Oh, that's super metal.
And it's like, oh, I see. That is something no one else is doing. And it just makes me so excited to kind of get these things in. So it's doing some research more than anything that has given me the the kind of things. But sometimes it's also taking stuff off someone knows what they're talking about, and trusting them with what they're doing. I will pick up anything by Stout Stoke Press. I know they're doing some good stuff. Speaking of which, Carved in Stone is going to be out soon, and that looks fantastic.
Yeah. Okay,
Definitely
I'll need to look into that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Soul Muppet would be a publisher up there for me as well.
Hell yes.
Anything they've ever done to date is just phenomenal. Like Paint the Town Red's the most recent one I can think of that came out is just phenomenal.
Anything my personal Lord and Savior Grant Howitt touches, that's it. It's getting bought. Can't help it.
It's true.
Completely same. Johan Nor, anything Johan is drawing, writing, any of the bits, like it's always going to be something, and it's going to be something I have no idea about. Makes me more excited. Unique things is what gives me. My partner's furious with me most of the time. Not. But
I spend enough time with these two. That it's absolutely possible.
No, but it's mainly because I always want the new thing. So we'll take a new thing. Even when it comes to board games, we'll learn the rules. I will play it, and then after a week of playing it, I'll be like, yeah, but I just got this other new thing. And you'll be like, but wait, I just learned this. Can we not play this again? And it's like, well, yeah, but at some point, maybe when I retire. Now we've got these new games. So, I'm always on the search for something new.
Well, that made that problem with the last... There's a couple of game nights where it's been like, we've got a kind of rotating catalogue of the stuff we do. Like, Laura's going to do Root next week, you're going to do Star Trek, or that kind of stuff. But when there's been one or two nights where it's been new games from new DMs, and they are just chaos because everybody wants to try the new thing quick, and they fill up so fast, and then people can't get a seat, and then you feel awful. But like, like that's been happening a lot. Like when we got dirt bags and all the other new sort of systems on the table for the first time, just flew out. Madness.
So good. Our pal Claire has a wee question for you.
Hi, Claire.
What is the board game that you most enjoy people watching people play in the cafe, and why?
Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh.
Oh, wow, that is good. Anything that makes someone laugh always is my favorite thing. The wavelength is really fun.
Yeah.
Someone did it the other day, and they had like, I don't know if you know wavelength listening, but basically you got one side that says one thing, one side you're trying to get your team to guess somewhere in between the scale. And on one side of the scale was something everybody does, and on the other side of the scale was something nobody does.
Oh no.
And they said peeing in the shower.
Oh,
right.
the kind of things of, well, we think this, but look at his face.
Yeah.
He definitely thinks everybody pees in there. And it was just one of the funniest things where this person got character assassinated for no reason. It was absolutely delightful to
Character assassinated.
I get character assassinated by friends all the time, so I'm fully aware with that person. So big respect. I know exactly where you're coming from.
Seeing Minion be played in the shop was really, really good. There was some hilarious stuff. There was a three-headed. Someone was a three-headed golden retriever Cerberus, and someone else was a merman the wrong way up.
Oh no!
Just a fish with legs.
Hilarious to watch happen. Flabbergasted was great for that as well, which is the comedy role-playing 1920s thing, where they were a philanthropist group of paleontologists against another group of paleontologists as very posh people who then used the dynamite that they should have been using to kind of excavate stuff against the other paleontology group.
Oh, that's great.
There was just anything that people are instantly, there's a burst of laughter in the room, and then you're like, oh my goodness, what's going on? And that brings me so much joy. Or when somebody gets hooked, the other one is when someone gets hooked into
same
the stuff that I really love. When I've just shown someone a game because I'm like, this is really cool, and then they come up to me and they go, that was really cool, and I'm like, yes, it is, I was right.
100% agree. It's personally my favorite thing about what we do through here for the one shot nights and stuff. I love it when you get somebody or a couple of folk that come in, they look a little bit shy, a little bit confused. You're like, oh, I don't recognize them, they're new, and they'll sit down, and it's usually at my table it's something mental like Spire or Mothership, and they've maybe watched the D&D episode of Community or something, or they watch a little bit of Stranger Things. They have no pre-reference. I'm like, cool, you're on a spaceship, everything's fucked. You're gonna start to give some stress, and then at the end of the night, like, that was amazing. Where did I get this? What did I do? And I'm like, you can go here. You can go here. Here's all the zines. Here's the merch. Like, get yourself out to Tuesday Night Games right now. Love that stuff. It's what a feeling.
Yeah.
Well, we've kind of reached the natural end of it, Dougal. Unfortunately, that's been like a solid 45 minutes of chat.
That's
so
awesome.
No, honestly, it's the best. Thank you so much for coming.
Yes,
it's an absolute pleasure, by the power of the internet, to have you on the podcast.
Indeed.
Give yourself the biggest plug. Plug away to everything Ancient Robots.
Please.
What's on the horizon? And where can people find you?
Well, it's a huge, big fraud scheme. All of the boxes of board games are all empty. We just reseal them with shrink wrap and sell empty boxes. Basically, going to shut down in about a week before the government figures it out. I'm off to Cyprus, so you won't hear from me again. It's lovely to speak to you. But when you see me next, my name will be Cornelius Wiederhoven.
Right.
I'll be having a big moustache and a big coat instead, just so that nobody recognize me, and dye my hair bleach blonde.
Beautiful.
No, sorry. We're into Robot Games, bottom of Leith Walk. If you like board games, RPGs, anything like that, come and at least say hi. We love games. We love teaching people games. We love showing people more into the industry. If you already know all of the things, come and tell me the things I don't know about. That's the best thing for me. Someone comes in and goes, have you heard about this? And I get to go, no, let me do all the research. And it's fantastic. So any of that, if you are a board game or tabletop RPG designer or have wanted to get into it, Ancient Robot Workshop is something to look into as well. It's where we have our co-working space for people designing board games and things. We do talks about board game design done by industry professionals, everything from Andy Law from Games Workshop fame doing stuff about art direction.
Sick.
Judson Cowan, who did Deep Regrets, who is coming to talk about kickstarting and how to
we've got Deep Regrets coming soon.
So many things. So yes, if you're interested in that side. Outside of that, we'll be at Tags Fest, which is an amazing independent comic and storytelling festival, which happens in Edinburgh in October at the Fruit Market Gallery. Look into that. If you want indie RPGs, that is the place to go. We'll be running the Board Game Zone and showing off RPGs, doing Blood on the Clock Tower and things like that there as well. And hopefully just going from strength to strength and getting more and more things in until you can't move in the shop because there's too much stuff.
Amazing.
Can't wait.
Honestly, every box ticked. Thank you so much, Cornelius.
Enjoy
Enjoy Cyprus. We hope you have a wonderful time.
Yep.
Plenty of sun cream even at this time of year.
And no doubt we'll see you in the shop very, very soon.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, Dougal.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks very much.
Right, well, time's time, Troops.
Time is time.
That was a
I
cracking
knew
wee
that
chat.
was going to be a belter.
Yeah.
I was so excited for that.
So, thank you everyone for your questions to the Discord as always.
Thank you for your many fucking questions. Jesus Christ.
And if you're listening and are not part of the Rollweight Discord, you can join the Discord. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and our website, rollweight.co.uk, where you can find all of the information for the game nights. But the Discord is a place to be because everyone's sound. We chat loads. We have all sorts of cool stuff that we find on the interwebs.
So many pictures of people's cats and dogs.
Yeah.
If that's what you're into.
The pets as well. Yeah, it's good
we
times.
We do have a TikTok, but we've got fuck all on it. I'm working on that because I know people are after that.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's a thing we got to do.
But it'll be smashing. But yeah, until next time, we'll see you when we see you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
My arse fell asleep.